Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Just getting a few things sorted, so I will be a couple of minutes away before I actually go into the battlefield. I've got a few setup issues with the stream, so just bear with me. Okay, so it looks like we're live, but the one issue I'm having with, I'm not really sure, is comments isn't working. So I'm not really sure as to why that is. So we will just stick with me switching in between Discord and then switching in between my own voice as well, so as not to confuse. So if there are any issues, unfortunately, for whatever reason, unless someone can send a comment and I can see if that actually works, maybe it's because it was my other channel that it's not popping up. I don't really know, but it doesn't look like I can see messages. Okay, let's have a look. We're at 8 o'clock, so it's at that time where I need to go and get myself set up very quickly because Otherwise, I'm going to be late to the start. So let's go straight in and do all the standard stuff. First thing I need to do is get Brock in the team. Okay, that's that one done. The next thing is making sure all my buffs are on. So city buff, let's go with some march size capacity. Let's go with some defense. I will just use the standard. Same with the attack and same with the HP. And then we need to do dragons, active skills. This was something actually I always used to forget, was the active skill side of things. So now I'm getting into a good routine of making sure that is on as well. Is there anything else I've missed? That's the question. I'm not sure. I don't think so. Just having a little think. I will need to heal all my troops before going in. And then also I need to make sure auto hunt is switched off. Auto join is off because the 8 hours are up. So that's good. And then lastly, anyone ain't marching? No. Monarch settings. There's another one. Mounted defense. Make sure that is on. And now the other thing is I'm just going to quickly switch over to Discord before going into the battle, just to make sure that is up and running. So Discord, we do have people. That's good. Okay, so Discord is up and running, and switching over to Discord and then going straight into the battle. Let's do this. Okay, so I'm going to have to restart Evony again. I don't know why this keeps happening, actually, but I'm just going to have to restart it because it definitely has crashed. I'm not really sure why that happens, to be perfectly honest, but there you go. What am I doing? Starting the game again. Okay, going back over to Discord. So that was a very decent start, actually. I've already been hit and I've already got 2,000 scores. So if we just go and have a look at the troop buff on this, it was a siege attack, and actually I did pretty decent, to be honest. So that's not bad at all. So pretty happy with that for a first one. So let's go back over to the Discord channel and continue trying to get points and seeing if I can actually get 10,000 for the first time on BOC. Okay, so I was going to try and take all the buildings, but as you can see, they are taking the buildings very, very quickly as well. Just making sure there's nothing going on there. So yeah, when I'm taking the buildings, if we have a look at the battlefield map, you can see it's a sea of red, and they are doing all they can. They must have separate people taking all buildings. So it's a bit of a waste of time for me to do that. Let's go straight back over to Discord. Okay, so we are in big trouble now because if you notice, there's a sea of ports that have been used. So we actually have no teleports. We have one. So this is going to be very dangerous because everyone is now sitting ducks to this team. I think they were over here, so let's go over here. This is where they were. And you can see they've got us literally locked in now. So all of these people, 44s, 43s, 40s, it's just a case of when they find me, I guess. Let me go back over to mine. I haven't got nothing yet. So I'm just going to wait. And as soon as something comes along, I'm going to ask for the range straight away. I still feel that my defense is doing quite strong. My first report was pretty decent. Let's have a look at that again. Defense is one. This was the one. 20.5 billion. And actually, I didn't do too bad at all. It was a siege attack. And actually, the defense on that wasn't too bad at all. Okay. Warning. Let's have a look. Okay. Still King Arthur. Nothing to worry about at the moment. So, I am going to go back over to Discord. Okay, I have noticed something is completely messed up with my range march. I just noticed that it's all full of ground because I noticed in the report ground have died, I think. So that might be an issue that I need to work with. Thank you for the warning about clicking the ignore. I've done that. I'm not going over to them because they are literally rallying quickly. I have already had one report where I managed to get some rain, but at the moment I'm just going to hold off and hide for now, although I may change that tactic in a little while. So 100%, it is definitely ground in what I thought was my range setup. I don't know how that has happened, so that is something I need to change. Let's go back over. Okay, while we're waiting, I'm just going to just show you that report again that I got earlier. This is the defenses. 504 million taken off me. We took 1.4 billion off them. And the troop buff, it was a siege attack, 3,900. My siege debuff is 1,460. Didn't do too bad. Quite happy with that. I'm hoping for a few solo attacks if that is possible. But let's see what happens when we go back over to Discord. Okay, so I think you were right on there. I've gone into the alert settings, and anything under 40 million, I'm saying ignore, which is what the King Arthur is. So hopefully now that means I'll only be getting warned if there's anything bigger. Just having a look. No, 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 no. Okay, all good. Let's go back over to Discord. I genuinely can't believe that I've got all my troop march setups wrong. Hence, why I'm not joining any of the rallies that are being set. That is some. Oh, hang on, I need to go back. I can see there is a report. Why are you warning me? 56. That's why. Okay, so I need to change them settings. So let's go back into those alert settings, and let's change that to 70. So hopefully now. So yeah, basically, I've set up my March presets wrong some point. I don't know. 4 was always my ranged, and somehow it's now all ground. So I'm not joining any of the rallies. They're just getting killed because they're all set up wrong. Something I will have to do at the end. Let's go back over to Discord. Just give me a thumbs up if the switchover between me speaking and Discord speaking, the Discord channel is working fine. I just want to make sure that I'm not over talking. I'm not talking over the people on Discord. So just give me a thumbs up that everything is all good with the speech. But again, let's go back to Discord. Just to talk a little bit more about the range setup, the reason why I am so annoyed, if I just go over very quickly over to here and just show you my range setup. Oh, no, not that. In generals, let's go into my favorites. And you can see I've got this new guy, Marcian, all the way, 5 star. And can't use the guy because I've got everything set up wrong. Yes, I could set it now, but it'd be my luck that if I did try and set it up correctly, that I'd be receiving some kind of rally. So I'm going to wait until the end to do it, even though it's very tempting to try and fix them all now. Let's go back over to Discord. Okay. So I am deliberately going after these crystal mines, obviously to take the buildings and get some points from that. But also, there is a big chance that someone's going to try and hit me solo when they see me with my lovely little K39 in the quick attack. But I'm pretty confident after seeing the rallies earlier that I took that a solo shouldn't be a problem. So it's kind of doing two birds, one stone, taking the buildings, hoping to occupy them, and then also getting solo attack potential as well. So that is the idea. That's the idea. Let's go back over to Discord while I'm trying to do this. Okay, jumping back over to this, I've obviously been scouted, so there's every chance that something might be coming at me in a little while. But what I'm going to do is I'm not going to take the rally, going to run quickly to tempt the solo attack. There's still an hour and 17 minutes to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to take the reinforcements and rally at this point. I'm just going to jump and then hope that someone will try and hit me fast on a solo the next time they find me. Back over to Discord. Okay, that was actually a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. I literally just made it at the last second. I could see six of them coming straight at me in a rally, but I did manage to jump that one. So hopefully, you never know, they might try and hit me on a solo the next time they find me. Let's go back over to Discord while I continue trying to take these buildings, but also waiting, praying for a solo. If not, then at some point I will be trying to take some rallies, maybe with a bit of reinforcement. But again, hour and 15 minutes to go. I don't think it's that time just yet. Okay, so it's all gone a little bit quiet here. So I just thought I'd jump back over and just have a look at what's going on with the scores. You can see we're 17,000 clear. So in that respect, and with Rambo, i.e. Young, on 47,000, not doing too bad at all. I'm deliberately staying here with this Kratos to see if he can share my chords for someone to hit me quick, because I've been hopping quickly. So I'm hoping someone will try to hit me really, really quick when they see that I'm about to take this right now. Is the rally going to come straight away when they see me take it? Probably. And also, I'm having a bit of glitching with the game. It's been a little bit slow on my laptop, so that is also not helping. But I'm just going to stay right there and see what happens. So again, like I say, Lone Wolf is in second place as well, 12,000. So that's a decent score for Lone Wolf as well. And then we've got a lot of SBW that are involved. I'm really looking forward to getting more involved in these, especially once I get my rally marches set as well, because that is also not helping, not being able to join the rallies. I didn't know it was messed up. I don't know when I've messed it up. Need to fix them for going forward. So where are we going now? Let's go and have a look at the teleports. We're all right on the teleport, so let's go and teleport over to here if no one is already here. And let's go and take some of these buildings while we are waiting. Do let me know in the comments how you guys are getting on in your Battle of Constantinople this weekend. And also, do let me know what's going on with your server war. I'm actually considering jumping over to server war as soon as this is finished. Haven't actually taken part at the moment, so there is the potential for a few points there. I actually don't even know what the score is, so that is something else that I actually have to check out as well. Let's go over to this building here. Anyone here already? And the answer is no, so let's teleport over to this one. Take some of these points and then try and get myself over the 3,000 in preparation for solos and rallies, which I will take towards the end, especially if that points lead is still intact as well. So let's come back out of that. Score detail, just quick double check. 18,000 points clear. Not too bad at all. Battlefield map, let's go over to this one. 24 on the teleport, so we're doing okay, but I can see someone else has already gone over there. Let's go over to this one and try and see if I can take two by being in the middle. 7 people watching. Really appreciate the support. I really do appreciate everyone who is helping this channel grow. My website is also coming along so cool. I've decided to rebuild it from the ground up. Wix is just not the platform for my website, so I'm rebuilding it using WordPress, and actually good start. Really excited about what I'm doing on it. So hopefully in the next month or two, that is also something that will be live. Where else shall we go? There's only a few little bits of red. I tell you what, I'm going to go over here in the middle, and I'm going to scout someone deliberately just to see if they want to hit me. But let's first of all take the mine from Kratos. In fact, actually, if I take it now, maybe he will tell people. Okay, so I can see that I can take that. Let's go. I am deliberately going to scout one of their big guys just to see if he's tempted. I don't think they will be, but stranger things have happened. They've already sent one. I've only taken one hit in this whole battlefield. And again, normally when they send that first rally and they see that actually I handled it really well for a K39, they instantly realise that I'm not someone that is going to be a potential target for the solo. But do you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to scout one of them. I'm literally going to scout. Who shall we scout? One of you big ones. Is it this level 44? Is it Steel who's at the top? Let's have a look at the score. It is the Legionary. Where are you, mate? The Legionary. There you are. Oh, level 40. Doing really well, mate. You must have obviously took some... Let's scout this guy. Let's scout. I know they won't hit me. They'll only hit me with a rally, but let's have a look. Okay, so that is returned. Let's see if there is going to be a potential rally. I might even share the chords for some rain in the potential for this. Shall I do it? Shall I say share? Whoa. So I have now obviously shared with them that I've scouted them in the hope that a rally comes at me. Let's try and get a few reinforcements maybe to take this rally. Again, too strong to be taking the rally without any reinforcements, which is always the case at this kind of power. So we will wait. It looks like they're taking one of the mines for the buffs. Battlefield map. I don't think anything will be coming at me just yet, but we will wait and see what's going on. Where are we with buildings? Is there a sea of red? Yes, there is. They're really good at taking the buildings. Talking while eating is Legio on there, so apologies in advance for him eating his dinner and keeping committed to the Evony Battle of Constantinople. That is dedication there, eating and playing at the same time. But I'm sure we've all done the same as well. Okay, let's go straight back over to Discord for a bit. Okay, if you have just joined late, my rally marches are messed up. So I can't join any of the rallies because my ranged is now ground, my ground is now mounted. Have no clue at what point this has happened. I've been saying for a while, I don't feel like I'm getting many points from joining these rallies. Well, now I know why. Because Marcian is running into these ranged rallies with a whole bunch of T14 ground, which is not helpful at all. So I will be fixing that at the end of this and making sure they are correct so that I can get points from actually joining rallies and not just defending. If you also have just joined late, let me just show you the only report that I've taken, the only battle that I've taken today. And it was this one here with steel. 178, 1.4 billion I took off them. Didn't take as much off me. It was a siege rally, as you can see. And actually, for a siege rally, I didn't do too bad, I don't think. I can debuff the range by 2,000 now, so that's 2,200 actually. So that is also decent. Ground, I do need to do a little bit of fixing. So that is something else that I'm going to do. Also, I do want to thank Yasser in the chat as well. Yasser Al Haddad, just reading that out, because mentioned about the alert settings on here, and I didn't realise that I can change this to 100 million, say. So if I take that 70 million, I got it set at the moment. Let's put a 1 and a 0 in there. So that means anyone 100 million or less I'm not going to get the red flashing screen, which is really, really helpful. Okay, so nothing else coming at me for the time being. So I'm going to have a look at the teleports. We've only got 4, so I don't want to be wasting them and then getting us blocked. So I am just going to stay here and then switch back over to the Discord and let's hear what's going on for the last hour. Okay, so we've only got 1 port left, which means I am a sitting duck with my 2.8 billion keep. So I'm hoping I will get some rain if anything comes. I did ask for rain. Did ask for rain earlier. It didn't come. So there's a lot of busy keeps going on out there. So probably won't get it in time. I'm hoping that I can take one more decent rally though. Take me over the 5,000 at least. But let's see. Let's see what happens. Where are we on the scores? 121,000. So we are 21,000 points ahead. So so it sounds like Jep can't move, which is Freakachu. Okay, so Freakachu or Freakbot, which is AKA Jep, has been hit by the sounds of it. Where are we? Still 22,000 point lead, so that's not too bad at all. Okay, so how many ports have we got? One portal chance left, so we have to be very, very careful, especially if they do find me and then send a rally at me. It's going to be very, very difficult. But again, they haven't found me, so that's good. Let's go back over to Discord. Okay, we are officially out of port. So I am a sitting duck. So let's please keep the fingers crossed for rain in time if something does come at me, because there's nothing I can do. There are 0 ports left. Back over to Discord. just wanted to look at all the heal speed ups I've got, and I've got quite a few. 20,000 of the 8 hours. I don't know how much heal that actually does, but hopefully over the next couple of months, when I get more involved in Battlefield and server versus server, there can be some decent reports, and I'll have that backup of those heal speed ups, which I have been saving for a very long time. I haven't been involved in many battles. I've been hoarding and building, but it's time to now see what this particular account can do. Okay, I haven't got the score that I wanted. I've only been hit once. Everyone else has been hit loads and loads of times. Obviously, they did try to send another rally at me, but I wasn't reinforced, so I had to teleport nice and quickly. But in reference anything else, nothing has really happened. Everyone else has got all the beautiful scores. I'm stuck down here with my 2,600 TIBA BHG. But I'm just going to hold off. There's still 43 minutes to go, and there's very much opportunity for rallies and solos still to come my way. Score-wise, we've got a bit of a lead. What have we got? 19,000 in the lead, so that's not too bad. But we've got to be a little bit careful, especially as they can port lock us with only 2 teleports. They've got all 40 of theirs. We've only got 2 of ours. And in fact, actually, the scores are getting a little bit closer. 17,000. So we have to be a little bit careful. This game definitely isn't over, especially if they do port lock us as well. Okay, so it looks like I'm not playing in this game because no one wants to hit me. I've tried scouting, I've tried staying in the same spot, and I'm just being ignored. So all I've got is that one Solitude siege hit earlier that I took, the siege rally, and then since then, nothing at all. I've been scouted a few times, but again, everyone else is getting all the action. So I've got to change my tactics. I really have got to change my tactics because no one wants to hit me. And as a K39, that's very frustrating because that's the reason why I haven't gone to K40 is because I'm waiting to get some decent points as a K39 before going to K40. But I've learned a little bit more from this particular one. As I said, if you've only recently been following me, I haven't been involved in many battlefields. I haven't been involved in many server versus server. I've been doing a lot of building. I'm very, very busy with work and all that kind of stuff. So these streams that I'm doing now is me actually jumping back into them after a long absence from playing them. So I'm just sort of getting a feel for it again, understanding what, how, where, why, taking the buildings, not taking the certain buildings and leaving them, and things like this. It's all part of the learning curve to get back into this. But again, I can't get points if no one's hitting me. So that is something that I've got to change. And I think what I'm going to do is probably stay. How many ports we got? 3. I'm just wondering if it was worth porting over. If I go over to... No, I don't want to. Do you know what? It's too risky to do it. I was going to go over to where Young and all them were so that I could be right next to where all the action is going on. So what I was going to do was jump over to here and just sort of hang around these. So yeah, that's not a tactic I'm going to use. Not with how close. I know we've got a decent-ish lead, but that can evaporate very quickly, especially if I help in giving them a point score as well. Okay, so where are we at? We are 36 minutes away from the end. 179,000 plays, 161,000. Rambo, which is young, has got 66,000. 30,000 for Bike here in second place, not bad at all. Lone Wolf, 28,000. And then we've got a whole bunch of SBWs before we've got Jep coming in there. Val in 13th place as well. Mo done very well, 15th. These are all people who have been attacked. There's me down here at the bottom, not getting anything. There I am in 22nd place. It's all good though. It really is all good. Let's go back over to Discord. So that was a potential rally that I could have took. I did ask in the chat to get rain quick, but it's really at that stage now where it's very, very difficult to rain people with everyone being so far away and all split up from over the screen. If we have a look at the battlefield map, you can see greens flicked around all over the map. So getting rain is not easy at all. So I decided not to take that particular one, especially with 30 minutes still to go. And although I feel like we're in an okay position, that 17,000 score hasn't really changed much. I don't want to give them much temptation with being zeroed in a pointless rally. Let's be honest, it would have been a pointless rally I was taking. I'd have done okay in it. I'd have took a few points, but it's just a way to quickly get zeroed. So no, we're not doing that. Not yet. So 30 minutes to go. Score detail 182 plays 165. 17,000 in difference in the scores. Young is well ahead. 67,000. Incredible score as always with Young and the buffs that he has. Battle report. Okay, no, I was just wondering if that was a defense because Caffrey is a big defensive keep as well. I say big defensive keep. It's K42 now. So K42s are sort of on the other side of defense, aren't they? Because they've got some decent buffs and not always going to be attacked like he was in the past. Where am I? What am I? We have score detail 16,000. One port left. So I'm definitely not going to go and scan them. Max out. What's that say? I can't see it because the heart's in the way. How cool is that? Let me go to my other screen. Max out T1 so it can clear any big layer in one hit. Max out T1. How much are you saying with the T1? Okay, so I've just got to be careful now. Is there any one port left? I'm like I say, it's still that scenario, so I'm not going to be doing anything dangerous. Okay, so we are getting closer to the end now. 28 minutes to go. And as I said, I'm going to be a sitting duck in a moment because there will be no teleports left, so we won't be able to port anywhere. But that is cool. Again, it's at that stage now with 30 minutes to go. I've just got to take whatever is thrown at me. Let's do this. Let's go back over to Discord for the final 28 minutes. Okay. I've been in this stream for 1 hour and 34 minutes without a drink. I'm going over to make a cup of tea. I'm actually sat in my kitchen with my laptop set up on the desk. What are the chances I can survive being zeroed while going and doing this? Or will I get hit? It's one of those, isn't it? It's very likely that that could happen. Oh boy. I am sitting duck. There's nothing I can do. I'm going to get zeroed. Give me some decent points. It'd be lovely to say. Here it comes. Zeroed. And yes, defense is lost. That was expected. I wouldn't have been able to say get the reins in there. It didn't even seem that good actually. That was actually really poor from me. Yeah, that was pretty poor. I'm not happy with that at all. What did they hit me with? Let's go and have a look. I can definitely go and make that cup of tea now though. 4,300, 2,160. I needed reinforcements. That was the key there. So sadly, that is my game over. I will go and make the cup of tea. I will still wait for the 24 minutes and see exactly where the score is going to be at the end. What are we? 14,000 clear. In terms of points, it put me at 3,600. I'll take it. There's so much more that I can now contribute to this. There's so many different little tiny bits that I can scrape out. And as I said, 3,600, not involved in a single rally. I've got my rally marches set up wrong, which is a noob mistake, not new, or it could be new. But that is also not helping. I'm not getting points from joining in these rallies, which is also really important. Yeah, so another one where I can take something from it. I've understood a little bit more in getting back into this. What I'm potentially going to do as well, straight after this, 23 minutes to go, is maybe have a look if there's anything I can take from a server versus server. In fact, actually, let's go and have a look at. I don't think you can look at tournaments, can you? You can't. Okay. Can't look at the tournaments, but I will do that. I will have a quick look at our server versus server, see where exactly we are, and also do that. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to finally make that cup of tea. So, coming back with 2 minutes to go on this, let's just wrap it up. 2 minutes, 13 seconds. It's another win for our team today. 246 plays, 196. Rambo must have been getting a little bit of help, I reckon, from the opposition in trying to get a decent high score as possible. 114,000 points, and that is definitely going to help him for Ultimate War. Bike here, 36,000. I'm just thinking to myself, is this Ultimate War? It is Ultimate War, isn't it? I'm sure it is. I've completely forgot now whether it is or isn't. Is it the BOG or is it the BOC that's Ultimate War? Anyway, so that is it for the score detail on that. So Rambo, which is young, like I say, 120,000, absolutely smashed it. Lots of really good scores actually from lots of different people in there in the team. There's a little bit more that I need to do. I finished with 3,800 points, but that is from just 2 defenses from rallies. They were both rallies. 3,800 is what I got from those rallies. One of them was actually a solo hit with no reinforcements either. So there's so much more that can come from me, and I couldn't join in my marches. I'm waiting for this battle to end. If you are joining late, let me just show you the issue I've got here in my rally spot. I have no clue when my 4th one, which is... Oh, it's not going to show me, is it? Of course it's not. But my 4th one is set up as ground, not range. It's always been ranged. I have no clue when it went to ground. And I've been joining range rallies for about the past 3 months, thinking, why am I getting no points? Not realising until today, generals were right, troop marches weren't. It was sending all ground to all of these previous rallies. So Marcian, my lovely 5-star hero, has not been getting me any points whatsoever. Also, on top of that, I've actually been advised, 10 seconds to go on the battle, also been advised that the new ground march, the new ground general, is actually someone that we can potentially go after. Let's just wrap this up first before going and having a look what's going on in server versus server. But yeah, the new ground general is someone that we can potentially go after. So this is a win, 260,000 plays, 200,000. Excellent score from Young with 124,000 as the top hitter. Baikea was in 2nd place for us, 36,000. We got M for them in 3rd place. I was just trying to think who M was. I don't even remember that keep. 33,000 for them. Lone Wolf in 4th. 5th was Steel. And then loads of other people all the way down. Well done to everyone that took part. Now, let me finally... Yeah, let's confirm that. Let's go and have a look at what... Oh, yeah, I can leave Battlefield. That's what I've got to do. Let's go and have a look at what's actually happened to my ground march. Because, not ground march, my range march. I can't believe... I need to check this. I can't understand why it's ground. And I'm thinking I'm going to go in here and not see ground. Oh, it isn't ground. It is ranged. I'm really, really confused because it definitely was ground that were getting killed when I was doing this. So I really don't know. I'm at a loss there. There's something I need to check as to whether that is a bug, because actually going into it, it is correct. So the first one is for monsters. That is cool. Those are the calves with my... Yeah, okay, so that's nothing wrong with that. I'm just double checking them all now. Second one is also very small. Kind of use this one for barbarians. Trying to think of what I use it for. There we go. That's what I use it for. I use it for the barbarians. The third one is actually my march, although it doesn't look like the layers are right on that, so I'm just going to reset that. So let's go to the full tiers. I think 2,000 is good to send, so I'm just going to hold down on that button. Some people may not know that that's something you can do. 2,000, click on enter, click on that. Full tiers, 2,000. There we go. And let's add the T14. Let's add the T13, and that is there. Save that preset. Save that as the cav. Where else are we going? Let's have a look at this 4th one. What is going on with this 4th one? Not sure why we haven't got the T14 at the top, so I am going to change that. Also, I just noticed there was some layer. Is it just the one layer? I'm just going to reset it and do it again. I think that's the best thing to do. Let's do the full layers. There we go. Let's go up to the top and have all of those archers in, including the 13s, and then finished off with the not the Ross soldiers. That is not what I want to put in there. Let's put the 2000 back in there, and let's do the Ross shooters, which is exactly what I need in there. That will be archer. Let's complete that. Ground should be my number 5, although it's only on 100 layers, so let's reset that. Let's put the 2000 in for that and send the big T14s and also the T13s as well, although it looks like that was the maximum. It is. And then the last one, I'm not going to change. That is for my heal layers when playing Battlefield and server versus server. What did I do this one? Ground. So yeah, that what the 6-1 will never change because it's just healing 10,000 layers of everything when I am in Battlefield, etc. Let's have a look at what's going on in server war. In server war, just want to check something before doing that. Okay, interesting. So what we are going to do is have a look at what is going on in server war, because I don't even know. I haven't actually been on. So server war, here we are. This is the deal. We are getting absolutely destroyed. So 3.2 trillion billion. I'm not quite sure what the score is. 3.2 billion. 5 trillion. 3.2 billion plays 5.6. I think they were quite a decent server. They didn't want a throne truce or anything like that. So it sounds like, you know, they were always feeling pretty confident with what they were doing. Although I have noticed actually, randomly, Smoke is our top hitter, which means our big hitter, which is Drakeston, hasn't been playing. And that will be a big reason why we're not winning, because Drakeston is our huge point scorer when it comes to server versus server. So I was actually going to take part in this, but because we're losing, it's just a waste. There's no real point or of risking anything and getting zeroed by what looks like a pretty powerful server just for losing points, really. So I'm going to actually not go into the server versus server this time round. I'll wait for it to be a winning effort. There's no point losing stuff on the when I'm not going to gain anything from it in terms of in reference Senate seats, all that kind of stuff. So that's where I'm going to wrap it up. I am going to go after the new general. I have been told that the new general is someone that is ideal to go for. Just jump into where he is. I'm clicking on the wrong one. It's this one I want to click on. And this is the guy, isn't it? Akechi Mitsuhide. If I said that even right, I'm not sure. But that is the guy I'm going to go after with my 110 normal premium general tokens. And I can't be unlucky. I will get him for 110. I know I will. I've also got a few general fragments as well to back me up if the worst did happen. So I will probably do that at some point next week when it is the General Ascension tiered monarch competition, because it makes sense doing it during then. So that is it for this particular one. Like I say, I was going to get involved with server versus server, but it's okay. There'll be plenty more of them to get involved with. Appreciate everyone that has been supporting me recently on the channel, and also really cool that there's still 4 people watching at this late point as well. So thank you to all of you as well. And I will see you in another Evony video or Evony live stream very soon. Thanks for watching.